60 million times on Google platforms alone. That just shows the power of the people, and that shows why they're trying to censor us. And that brings me into this topic that we will then basically recess on until the bottom of the next hour, when Rob Dew, InfoWars Nightly News director, and David Knight, InfoWars Nightly News co-anchor with Jakari and Leanne and others, he's going to be in here. They're going to be in here breaking down this. But let me just cover this right now. And just yesterday, I was talking about how we had almost 500 million views on one channel, the Alex Jones channel, since it was set up in February 11th, 2008. I was mentioning it was my birthday yesterday, and then a fan had set it up for my birthday without me knowing years ago, Dave Thomas. So I mentioned they really want to shut this down. They're really trying. And I want to show TV viewers, I'll describe it for radio listeners, this copyright notification that, if successful, will take down the channel. And already we're not able to upload over 15-minute videos and are in what they call probation, guilty until proven innocent right now. And again, if they can do this to us, they can do it to anybody. And we're going to give you the name of the video as well that they are trying to censor. Mystery, Sandy Hook victim dies again in Pakistan. And I'm going to show you some of these photos from the BBC of people in Pakistan holding up photos of children they say were killed by terrorists. And it is one of the Sandy Hook victims. So we just said, man, what's going on in Pakistan? What are they faking? Well, the answer to that was the HONR, or Honor Network. Lenny Posner, who reportedly lost his son there, came in and filed a copyright claim on us showing a BBC News article. You can't do that. For those that don't know how copyright works, I could show a clip off the news if I was analyzing it in commentary, but I could certainly show newspapers all day long. I've been doing this for 20 years. I took RTF. That was the first thing they taught us. I've had to sit in on lawyer meetings. I've been involved in lawsuits that we've won dealing with this, and I've countersued people. It's all on record. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about on defamation. Knock on wood, we've never had that problem. Other people have and have settled with us out of court twice. So I know of what I speak. And you can't go to somebody's YouTube channel and say they showed a news article from the BBC and then say that you can't show that because someone in Pakistan was holding up a photo of your son who reportedly died at Sandy Hook, and they're saying that the same person died in a terror attack in Pakistan. Obviously, we've got to investigate this, just like we investigated Brian Williams and his claims. So we're sorry for everybody's losses, whatever. We're investigating this, though, because we live in a system where the media exploits things and twists things. Paul Watson thinks the official story of Sandy Hook is true. He's my chief reporter. And we get major heat from the folks that think Sandy Hook was totally staged, saying, why aren't you on the same page? Because we're investigating. I think there's some cover-ups there. I know they're using blue screens. I've seen the footage of people going in and out in circles in the building. It doesn't look right. It doesn't pass the smell test. Now, there are literally hundreds of smoking guns here that this thing doesn't add up. Now, this group, and we're going to skip this network break because this is so important, because there won't be a show if stuff like this is successful. I mean, this is an attack on everybody's free speech. This group, and I'm going to, again, show TV viewers, radio listeners can go to Infowars.com, type in the search engine, mystery, Sandy Hook victim dies again, and see our screenshots of the BBC articles and others that show Mr. Posner's son that they're saying is a child killed in a terror attack a few months ago in Pakistan. This is January 2nd, 2015 article. And it goes on to say, among the alleged victims of the terror attack in Pakistan is the face of Noah Posner, one of the children supposedly killed in the December 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. And then it goes through to indeed show his picture. And again, this is from the BBC, and we have the screenshot of them showing this, and we show two other news sources, two other. Here's BBC News World, and it shows again his photo there. I mean, who wouldn't point this out? I mean, is the Pakistan bombing fake? I mean, one of these two is fake. So the answer here is when top school safety experts that teach at a national level go and investigate, these people have been on the show, the feds and police show up at their house and threaten them to shut up and to stop investigating. They've sealed all the cases. They've torn down the school. So we're not, I mean, I just want to tell this network of people something. I'll have to go to Sandy Hook. I'll have to get involved if, I mean, you're just stirring up a hornet's nest here because my reporters just reported on this because it's a bizarre anomaly and needs to be looked into. And now you're claiming that I violated copyright by showing screenshots of BBC News reports showing your son's photo being promoted as a victim of a terror attack in Pakistan. We have a long history of government staging things that don't even happen. There are hundreds of false flags that are declassified. So it's normal to question Hillary when she says that she was shot at in Bosnia and then there's footage of it not happening. It's normal to question Brian Williams. It's normal to question Obama and to say, hey, there's death panels in this, and hey, you know, they got caught shipping guns into Mexico that killed thousands and killed dozens here, to blame the Second Amendment, and it came out in memos that it was to blame the Second Amendment on CBS News. So in this type of environment, where Cy Hirsch has the headline, two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, the entire bin Laden story of his death is not true. He said 100% not true. People say, well, then what really happened? Well, we don't know, but the official story is not true. They didn't bury him at sea. The sailors are on record that there was no ceremony. They've admitted that didn't happen. There was no Situation Room video feed. They blew up the Navy SEALs on the ground, got rid of the ones they couldn't get rid of a month later, blew them up. I've had the Navy SEAL families on. I've talked to the Navy SEALs. I was the first to break it. I mean, we are just investigating a system that lies almost all the time. How do you know they're lying? Their lips are moving. And so I early on said, I can't believe that they would stage this. I'm sure they killed real children. You know, there are crazy people out there. And you know, another Prozac head. And then I got attacked by people that don't believe anything the system says. And quite frankly, I can't blame them. But that's not the issue. Whether you think Sandy Hook smells or you don't, whether you're Rob Dew that thinks it's totally fake, or whether you're Paul Watson that thinks the story's true. These are both legitimate men who are smart, who disagree in my operation. I still don't know exactly what happened. I mean, I knew 14 years ago that Saudi Arabia quarterbacked 9/11 because I interviewed the head of the visa section at the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh. I talked to scores of experts. I read Colonel Schaefer in the San Francisco Chronicle saying they were ordered to stand down. I talked to CFR people that said it was all staged and he was already dead. And then here we are 14 years later, and they say there's 28 pages that says exactly that and that they're going to declassify it. I mean, I was proven right again. I don't know the whole story. I just know we're being lied to. It's like a police investigation. When you show up and you say, is there anything going on? You know, anything in that back bedroom where you just heard some noises? No. You go in there and there's a woman tied up. Now, I don't know exactly how she got tied up or why she's got cuts all over, but I think the guy that came to the front door who said nothing was going on when the neighbors reported hearing somebody screaming, I think he's lying. Do I know the whole story? No, I don't know the whole story. But am I being lied to? Absolutely, I'm being lied to. Absolutely. And then my reporters simply say, look, here's the BBC and the London Telegraph and the Pakistani TV all showing this guy's reportedly dead son. May he rest in peace. We're sorry for that. And then this group comes and says that we violated their copyright and then claim Fox News. So they're using a Fox News ID to trigger the suspension of the Alex Jones channel. That if they're successful, they will shut down videos, thousands of videos and reports, and millions of dollars of work. In fact, let's go to the About page on the Alex Jones channel, one of many channels we have. And by the way, they're all linked together. So they take one down, they take them all down. Paul Watson's with 30-something million. Another with 40-something million. Another with 100 million. Another with 475 million. And these videos continue to grow. So there's about 1 million subscribers, 950,000 plus subscribers on this one channel, 474 million. And let's see how many videos. Let's back out on that. It should show the number of videos that we have on the channel. It used to. I guess they're removing that stuff. There are thousands of videos on that channel. Incredible work, films, you name it. Things we've risked our lives to bring you. I mean, the incredible Bundy Ranch Feds stand down. Interviews with world leaders. Exclusive after exclusive after exclusive. And they want to come by and say that I'm a thief, that I've stolen their copyright, when it's us reporting on the news showing the image of people holding up his son's picture in Pakistan saying he was killed by al-Qaeda terrorist. Now, if that isn't something that, I mean, this would be like Brian Williams saying, I'm going to sue NBC because they're showing my picture. Or if we showed Brian Williams' picture and said, here is a known liar, and then, oh, our website shut down, we showed Brian Williams. You understand, folks? This is how they're applying it. Now, the only time you could do this is if I had a photo of his son and was using it for fundraising. Or if I had a photo of his poor son and I was selling tennis shoes with him as a spokesman. You can't do that for commercial purposes. But we're not in entertainment. This is not a entertainment venue. This is a hardcore news venue completely protected under the First Amendment, and they know that. They know that. And this is the whole way under SOPA and CISPA globally, where you get 3 claims, just like the Google model, by any company or individual that your website, your profile, your information violates their copyright or is hurtful to them under political correctness and so-called hate laws. No judge, no jury. You are banned from the internet with a new global internet ID number. The keyboards are coming out with this, the thumbprinting to get into your iPhone, the internet kill switches, cell phone kill switches. It's all being announced. I told you about it 15 years ago. They're now telling you because they're getting ready to go operational and use it. England announced they're going to take control of the cars by remote control if, quote, your car is in danger. Oh, the robot's already in there. It's going to drive to keep you safe. The government literally activating the hacking boxes in the cars and rolling it out like it's a public service. And this is how they plan to kill free speech. Take Drudge Report. Drudge Report before has linked to a newspaper article sending them massive traffic at the Las Vegas Review-Journal. This happened 5 years ago. Sending millions of visitors to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. And the Las Vegas Review-Journal used a cutout company to sue Drudge and over 400 other groups, including us, claiming that even linking to someone is copyright infringement when you're sending them 1 million plus visitors. Of course, that ended up getting defeated, and the group involved with that basically got plucked. You can look into the whole Righthaven case if you want to see what happened with that. But I've been down these roads, folks. I know what I'm talking about. And they think because they can hold out some little kids and say, we're shutting people's websites down because they're belittling the memory of these children. No, we're not. But even if we were, you couldn't violate our First Amendment because that's what it's there for. And if you take our rights, you take everybody's rights. I don't like what the Ku Klux Klan has to say. I don't like what the New Black Panther Party has to say. But you know what? They got a right to say it. Well, guess what? We didn't say that your son didn't die there. We said, boy, why is his photo being shown at all these different rallies and all over the news as one of the dead? This is bizarre in Pakistan. And the response is to go in here and try to shut down our YouTube channels that continue to rack up over 10 million viewers a week. That's incredible. So, look, I have no other choice but to get the lawyers going here and go toe-to-toe because you're not going to run over our First Amendment. You understand that? You're not going to sacrifice our freedom.
We're on the